Hi everybody. Well, earlier this summer I talked about the abundance of zucchini. The other thing that you have a lot of if you plant it is cherry tomatoes. And tonight I want to show you one of my absolutely favorite pastas using cherry tomatoes, balsamic vinegar, a little tiny bit of basil. Well, you'll see in just a second. Let's pick some cherry tomatoes. Well, before we head up to the house to cook up the pasta, I thought I'd stop and get a little balsamic, which is critical to the recipe. This is kind of messy because this balsamic is so thick. Okay, the first step is to cut these cherry tomatoes in half, and you can see the other ingredients we have is some basil, balsamic, and some olive oil. And then the only other thing we really need is salt and some Parmesan cheese. So let me cut these up, and then we'll put them into a hot oven to slightly caramelize the sugars, which makes them super delicious. You know, we're so lucky tonight. We have some special guests in the house. Back are my parents, Peggy and Tim. And while we wait for those cherry tomatoes to kind of caramelize, I'm gonna have a glass of Falangina. Tonight we're gonna use one of my favorite pastas. Actually, it's my favorite brand of dried pasta. It's called Rustichelli de Abruzza. It's Rustichelli de Abruzza. I'm sure I butchered the way you say it. What's important about this Rustichelli is they use bronze dyes, so the pasta has a real tooth. Whether you use one of my favorites is their bucatini, but they make lots of good pastas. And tonight we'll use orecchiette. And for 6 people, well, we're not going to use four. We're going to use maybe 2.5. So there we go, 3. Yeah, you see how the way this is caramelized? That's what you want. You want some of those to be a little brown on the top. That just makes it super, super delicious.
Do you drain the pasta before you put it in with the tomatoes?
We'll drain it, but we're going to save some of the pasta water because it has a lot of starch in it, and it's going to help to bind this up so that it becomes a better sauce without having to add any, something like cream or butter or something like that. Now we're going to put some balsamic in.
What's the name of your balsamic?
We don't have a name for the balsamic yet, but we're about to bottle it. Now I'm going to chiffonade up this basil to throw in at the last minute. And next to me, you can see I have that block of beautiful 24 months Reggiano Parmesan. We're going to take some of this pasta water, high starch pasta water, and put it in with the tomatoes because that's going to help make our sauce. Now I'm going to drain. They're just al dente right now. Whoops! Lost a couple. But we're almost done here, and what you want to look for is when you pull it away from the pan, you want to see a gap in the bottom here. The sauce is holding. It's just about there. Put some basil in, makes it look like Christmas.
This is extraordinary pasta. You'll never find it anyplace else.
This pasta is only good with Falangina, which is bottled by our son, and it is fantastic and it's hard to find. Get on the horn and call and get some.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
See you soon.
5 terraces.